How are you doing? Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn your notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all shower me here with. I am grateful and you are super sweet. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about a video that is circulating like black people aren't finding this funny because this is bullying, this is discrimination, this is rare to the say, and it is not funny. And it is crazy how they wake up to do things like this, and then you see some of their women coming out with locks, coming out with box braids, and trying to show off to black people that they can do it. And it is crazy how when they do it, it is professional, it is great, it is beautiful. But a black person cannot wear his hair. A black person cannot flaunt his hair or her hair. A black person can't, it is unprofessional, it is ghetto when a black person wears it. I mean, a young boy who plays baseball was stopped from playing. Why? Because he had locks. And not just that he had locks, just those tiny locks. He cut his hair and locked his hair. And there was the coach was like, I think I am making a mistake. I have made a mistake letting you even play in my team. So he wants him to go and completely shave off his hair. Like, who does that? Just a very tiny hair. And you want him to shave it because it is unprofessional to have locks. And now let me tell you all something. You see, one of the reasons why when you all come out here to do all your bullshit BS with black people's hair and all that, you see why we don't want you people wearing it. You see why? And I thought there is crown art that protects a black person from being discriminated against his hair and all that. What happened to it? It really sucks that in 2023, black people really still have to go through all this bullying and discrimination. And I am happy that this video leaked. So I am just going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. And I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let me know what you all think in the comments. So shut up. Let's get in.
Massa, please let me play baseball.
I think I really had an attitude. I never gave you any attitude about my hair. Every time you said something, I was, yes, sir. And I tried to comply with it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. If you'd have complied with what I said, you'd got your hair cut, and I wouldn't have had to keep talking to you about it.
The rule was have your hair under a certain length.
Which you never did.
That is not... I never had... So my hair was always out of regular.
Yes.
Even when I had it up. And it wasn't hanging down.
Look, I will say this. Okay, in all fairness to you, okay, I will say this. Here's where I fail, okay? Here's where I failed. What I should have done in the very beginning, and I didn't do it, and this is my fault, and I could see how it gave you the wrong impression. So I'm not going to totally blame you, because it takes two with everything, okay? What I should have said in the beginning was, this is what you got to do with your hair, and then once you do that, then I'll let you come out there, okay? And I didn't do that. Again, this was my fault, okay?
I mean, it also kind of discrepancies when there's other guys on the team.
We're not talking about other guys. Well, I told you before on the phone, we're not going down that route.
I got a serious ass question. Why the fuck do minorities play sports? Why? Do you hear this? It wasn't enough that this kid chopped off his fucking hair. His coach wants him to chop off more of it. Even though it was cool the last time. Now the coach wants him to chop off the fucking hair. Sounds to me like the coach all of a sudden is like, I just don't like that shit. Welcome to the land of sports if you're a minority. Which is why I asked, why the fuck do we play that shit? Why? For what? Let me help y'all understand something. I mean every fucking word of this. No owner of a team, no administrators of a college, no coaches of a high school team give a fuck about minority students. They don't care. You are nothing more than a performance, a pay raise, a championship, and that's it. From high school to the motherfucking pros. The owners of pro teams look at minority fucking athletes as nothing more than dollar signs. Yeah, they pay you a whole lot of money, but is your memory worth all of that? Is it? Because CTE is coming. It's the 12th man on the motherfucking field. I don't give a fuck if it's offense or defense. CTE is coming. You gonna get hit and have your bell rung enough to where you gonna fuck around and forget that your ass even played this shit in the first place. And if you do escape without a little bit of CTE sprinkled the fuck in, now your arms is bad, your back's bad, your shoulders are bad, your knees are bad, your feet are bad, your ankles are bad, your hands are bad. But you got us a championship. You can be an athlete like LeBron James. Have a racial epithet spray painted on your house, and you can be told to shut up and dribble. Because you have nothing to complain about because America allowed you to play this game. Never mind the fact that your ass was a black man when you stepped on the motherfucking court. You're a black man when you step off the court. You're a black man when you surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for most points. You're still a black man. And that's the pros. Very few coaches in the pros give a fuck about their goddamn minority athletes. They ain't trying to hear where they came from. They ain't trying to get down in the weeds and go, hey man, how's your mama doing? They don't give a fuck. They don't. Very few. Steve Kerr, Greg Popovich, Jeff Fisher. Genuinely give a fuck about their players. Genuinely give a fuck about the people that take them to Super Bowls and NBA Finals and the World Series and shit like that. Very fucking few. The rest of them, you are a number. How big is your fucking contract? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you no longer? You've lost a step. Let me go bring the younger, fresher buck. Oh, I'm sorry, athlete in. And that's the pros. College? You mean that Ponzi scheme with books? The NCAA is a Ponzi scheme. That is all it is. It is there to funnel the money to colleges. They make a set of rules that only seem to cover the athletes. The owner, the fucking administrators and the coaches, rules. What is that? Here's $25 million over the next 5 years. Please coach us to an NCAA final or some other shit. And you want to talk about racism? In college? Duh. It's cool if the coach goes out and gets all the motherfucking money he can get his hands on. He got a weekly radio show. He got a weekly television show. He's got the money here. He's got the money there. He can do endorsements. If I give a motherfucking if I give an athlete a fucking sandwich, his ass ain't gonna be able to play no motherfucking more. You violated the rules of the NCAA. Sounds awful motherfucking convenient that the rules only seem to matter to the fucking athletes. Oh, and let's talk about those athletes. You know why they call them student athletes? So that they ain't got to pay them fucking workman's comp when they break their bodies. Oh, I'm sorry you shattered everything from your hip down to your pinky toe. But you're a student athlete, so we really can't take care of you. You know, you get an education. Now, I'm going to go pay your coach fucking a bazillion fucking dollars because you ran for the touchdown for the three-pointer and we got the fucking championship. They don't give a fuck about you. And where do they get this we don't give a fuck about you? Where the fuck you think most of these college coaches come from? High school, where they really don't give a fuck about you. They will grind your little ass up, use you at Pee-wee and whatever the fuck. They will get themselves an endorsement deal or a coaching job at some fucking college, and then your ass is stuck in the fucking hood. They don't give a fuck about you. Look at the bullshit Venus and Serena Williams had to deal with throughout their motherfucking career. Two of the greatest fucking tennis players of all motherfucking time. And they got treated like shit. The media treated them like shit. Other fucking players treated them like shit. Coaches like, come on. And everything I'm talking about, this is men's sports. With women's sports, is all of this shit. Plus, oh my God, my fucking team doctor tried to fuck me. The fuck do black minority people play fucking collegiate or professional sports for in the first place? If you had a nationwide, from high school to the pros, fucking minority walkout, these goddamn people would lose their motherfucking minds. ESPN would be shut in a week. FS1 would go in 3 days. There's only so much ass kissing Jason Whitlock can fucking do if there ain't no goddamn sports, because that's all the fuck he's good for. These people don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your history. They don't give a fuck about your life. They don't give a fuck about your background. They don't give a fuck about where you came from. They don't give a fuck about your old neighborhood. They don't give a fuck about your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your third cousin, the one cousin that's got that's missing a goddamn leg and has cancer. They don't give a fuck about you. If you can't make them no money, they don't give a fuck about you. But they give you shiny platitudes. You're a student athlete, slugger. You're an integral part of this team that won this championship. I'm a black man in America in the time of Trump. Don't take a knee for shit. Don't ever protest because somebody that looks like you got killed unjustly. Don't ever make a stance on any motherfucking thing, because then you fucking up the money. And you can't fuck up the money. They will replace you with the next smiling, shiny fucking piece of meat that they can grab their ass out of college. Why do minorities play sports? They want you to cut your hair to fucking fit in, and then when you cut it, it ain't good enough. The fuck do fucking minorities play sports for?
As a Valdosta State University student athlete, you are highly looked upon representatives of the university. As a result, you should carry yourself in a respectable manner, whether you are on the court or campus, in the classroom, or in the community. Now, that statement didn't say anything about a specific hair length, but even if it did, the young man said he cut his hair. His hair is short, and the coach said it's not short enough. But when that statement says that you are to look respectable, obviously that coach feels that that young man's locks are not respectable. And y'all still can't understand why we get upset when we see people who do not look like us wear the same hairstyles that we get discriminated for. I know there's going to be people getting in my comments that's going to say, it's the coach's team. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And you are absolutely correct. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Doesn't make it right.
NASA, please let me play baseball.
You didn't. If you'd complied with what I said, you'd got your hair cut, and I wouldn't have had to keep telling you about it.
The rule was have your hair under a certain length.
Which you never did.
That is not. I never had. So my hair was always
Too
out
long.
regular.
Yes.
Even when I had it up, and it wasn't hanging down.
Look, I will say this. In all fairness to you, okay, I will say this. Here's where I fail, okay? Here's where I failed. What I should have done in the very beginning. I didn't do it, and this is my fault. And I can see how it gave you the wrong impression. So I'm not going to totally blame you, because it takes two with everything, okay? What I should have said in the beginning was, this is what you got to do with your hair. And then once you do that, then I'll let you come out there. Okay, and I didn't do that. Again, this was my fault. Okay.
I mean, it also kind of discrepancies when there's other guys on the team.
We're not talking about other guys. I told you before on the phone, we're not going down that route. Why would I go down that route again?
I'm just saying, like, this is stuff that people is telling me.
I don't care what anyone else says. This is between you and me. I'm the head coach. Okay? It doesn't matter what any other player says. It doesn't matter. So again, why would I want you back on the team when we're right back having the same conversation again?
I don't know why we're having this conversation. My hair is cut. I don't know why we're having this conversation.
It's not sure enough to be on the baseball team.
My hair is not short enough to be on the team?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
No.
How is that possible?
I'm the one that sets rules. I can set whatever rule I want.
These rules, how is that possible though? I bet you $1 million is somebody on the team that has longer hair.
I don't care about anybody else on the team, okay? I don't care about anyone. We're not talking about anybody else on the team. I don't know why you can't get that through your head. Okay?
I want to be treated just like everybody else. What do you mean?
If you want to be treated like everybody else, then follow the rules I give you.
I'm following the rules.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
How am I not following the rules?
Okay, look.
My hair is in regulation.
Okay. Conversation over. There's no wild boars could not allow me to put you back on this baseball team. There's no way. It ain't gonna happen. This conversation's over. I said it on the phone. I want to tell you it again.
So I want to preface this video by saying I played baseball my entire life, from Little League all the way up to professional baseball in the Atlanta Braves organization. And when I played college ball and I played in the minor leagues, we did have these arbitrary rules about the length of our hair. We couldn't have facial hair. We had to have collared shirts on with them tucked into some khaki pants at all times that we represented the team. With that being said, never in my life have I ever seen somebody removed from the team for breaking one of those rules. But I would like to take the time to point out how insidious racism is. So the first one is how black people in the United States have been propagated and conditioned to believe that if they just comply, if you just comply, you won't feel the wrath of unmerited consequences. Number two, there's two sets of rules, two systems at play. So within the Valdosta State baseball program, within their system, there's a set of rules for guys that look like him in his hair. Then there's a set of rules for guys like him in his hair. And in that video, you could hear this young man, all he asks is to be treated like the other players. All he wants is equality. Nothing less and nothing more. But I hate to say it, there's going to be a point in time in America, that day is going to come when it's no longer about equality and people want revenge. And you could sit here and tell me that that was not about race and that this coach is well-intentioned, but this is where we need to wake up and see the implicit biases. Whether he consciously intended to be or not, he was. And this is why I talk about deconstructing and re-educating ourselves. Because if this man would have just performed, if he would have just complied, it wouldn't have mattered, because there was still another set of rules, another system that was for him and not the rest of the team. So no matter what he did, that coach was hell-bent on making sure that he was off the team.
So this is all I got from this video, and you all can see it. You know, I just don't get the whole thing, but you all, like, not like I don't understand what it's going on. I absolutely understood what happened, what it's going on. But then you all see why black people get so mad, because everything about black people is ghetto. Our hair is ghetto. If we wear, everything is damn ghetto. This young man's hair is actually very short. Then he put, like, he probably locked his hair, but it's pretty very short, right? But because it's locks, it is not professional enough. But when white people wear it, it is much more than professional. I mean, people are always out there, ow, 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 and the rest of it. And what happened to the crown art? I thought that the crown art is still like it's protects black people's hair and the rest of it. I mean, this is just very sad that, like, you know, all these coaches always look for a way to show their racism their distance towards black people, but with their other people, it is okay. You see them wear their hair, you see them do all this, you see them do all that, but a black person cannot do that. And then it is okay for their other person to do it. Like, you all see why black people get really mad when they wear the other people do it, and then come to tell them that we can actually do it. And when they do it, it is all beautiful, it is all great. But if it's a black person, it is not great. Nothing about black people is actually professional. Their hair is not professional. When they wear locks, it is not professional. Their natural hair, it's not professional. Like, how are we, where are we getting it wrong? And other people are getting it right. And before we could say Jack, I love TikTok. I mean, the coach this thing actually surfaced. And I love the fact that this young man recorded this, because if he did not record it, it would have been, where is your evidence and all that? But the evidence is all there. I hope something happens to him. I hope he is sad. I hope he's taught a lesson, because I don't understand how they wake up to do things like this. It's not making sense. And there is nothing you will do or you will say that will make it make sense. It sucks. Rate the season sucks. I mean, it is time you all start deconstructing and start learning. This is our natural hair. We cannot do anything. We can make it look. How do you people want it to look? It cannot be silky like yours. It cannot be silky. This is how our hair is, and it is natural. You all stop acting all weird when you see us in our natural hair. He wants him to cut his hair. He already did cut the hair. But because he locked it, it is not good enough. I mean, so all he wants was just for him to like shave his man, how do you people do all of this? This is where I'm going to draw the cut and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.